welcome to another episode of Nerd Wars. We're going to try and do these more often, and I pre-taped this one from last night because I just really, really wanted to rag on this movie. And I want to see the studio. Let's go to 4. Zaid, woo! He's on our controls. Well, you messed up on first. Fired. You only one job. We're going to try it. I have the master's keyboard. We wanted to talk about this movie because 3 of us have seen it, but the other one didn't. Adan didn't. But Adan, you're here. You're just going to listen. You're going to say, how does this sound? As someone who didn't see it, feel free to ask us questions so we can just complain more. Because the question is, does Godzilla, King of Monsters, suck? And the answer is yes. Yes, really, really bad. And I had to do this one because for those of you that know me or have the history with me, like I did this way back, did Godzilla suck? Which was the origin of another debate series I did on another channel. And I liked it then. I actually defended it because that first movie I thought was kind of cool. We were seeing it from the people's perspectives, and there were scenes where they'd close before the monsters really did it. And then at the end, when finally you see Godzilla go to battle, you're like, woohoo! And then he does this monster breath, and you're like, yeah! But now, that was a long time ago. That was 2014, all right? So 5 years ago?
Oh,
about 5 years ago. And lots changed, and we've seen a lot of movies. And man, I went into this movie hoping, okay, this would be cool monster movie. I like Millie Bobby Brown. For
17 monsters.
I like Kyle Chandler, like Vera Farmiga, good cast. I was like, all right, this is cool. They're bringing back Rodan and Mothra and all the big bads, like cool. And then the movie happened. And the movie is just a mess. It's a huge mess because the problem I have with this movie is and we talked about it last night on our show about Lion King, we're just turning into this world of versions of movies where it's just chaos. Non-stop action that can't ever stop. Boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. Oh, now this car's jumping off this. No, now the explosion's and the monster's got to be chasing them the entire movie or it's not exciting. It's sort of the new feel of movies and blockbuster movies, and I feel like it's becoming so repetitive and so crazy. But also, my brain just turns on, and when I'm seeing stuff that I've seen over and over again, I start nitpicking it more, and my honest trailer or like a crazy brain just turns on, and I'm just like, how can Godzilla be stamping around this car that would be stomping them a million freaking times? How can he just get out of the water and have everyone go, oh, that would be capsized? Like the whole thing just doesn't. You just start seeing the nonsense of that because they're trying to be so serious. But I don't care about the people. Did anyone care about the people?
No. I mean, honestly, all of them were disposable to me in every capacity. I mean, even the Lannister dude, at first I'm like, cool, Lannister guy. And he is used, like, throwaway. Like, you have a really great actor, and you're like, oh, well, you're going to say some fucking, like, literally half a page worth of lines, and here's $10 million.
Well, spoiler alert. We're going to ruin this movie. It's been out, but
I would say ruin it.
Thank you for telling me spoilers. It's like I'm sitting here the entire time. I'm like, so Lannister died again?
Well, I mean, he doesn't die. But the problem with it is they introduce this cool character, and then it's like, sorry, there's a twist with the girl where you realize they're working together.
Yeah.
And then so he's not really evil, and then he is. It just they didn't commit a single way where I didn't even like him as a character.
It was the Thanos level.
What was his motivation?
Well, it was the Thanos level of evil where we'll sacrifice some to save all. Like, really? And the entire time, like, I'm listening to her trying to justify her bullshit, and she's like, oh, my daughter. Motherfucker, you've just condemned half of the world to fucking dying, and you're caring about your fucking daughter? That is the most selfish bullshit ever.
Yeah. But let's be honest, from, most people that I know that are parents, they will condemn the rest of the world
they're fucking horrible
for their
people.
own kids.
That's true.
Because you don't have to fucking see it.
They're like, that's my kid. I'm
that's
like,
the
kid. World. They're like, it's my kid.
Yeah. There was one point in the movie where she actually said, listen, baby, this is bigger than us. This is for the the good of mankind. Yeah. So she didn't care about the daughter as well. I mean, she did. Obviously, cared about her, but she was willing to sacrifice her daughter, and everyone for the good of mankind.
Literally, the movie is about the people. The movie's about these stupid divorced parents. And you're right, Vera Farmiga. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know her name.
Cheese.
I like her. I like Departed. So many movies she's done that's great, but. Yeah, they justify this movie where she's the mom, and then you learn she's like head of Monarch, and she's trying to control the monsters.
But she's not even head. She's just like an R&D chick.
You're right. She's just a scientist, and and then midway through you realize her whole goal is to control through sound waves that we can finally. The world needs to be destroyed because we're the bad guys, and we've been destroying the Earth, and they are the original Titans who are here on purpose. It's just like, what is so stupid? It was just so stupid and nonsensical, and just like I didn't buy it once.
But
she couldn't sell it.
The funny thing, that sounds like so many of the old Godzilla movies. Like you watch them, and like they were like an alien species that just came in, and they're like, but and they're like the Titans are the ones that should rule, and we support the Titans. We were pretending the entire time that we were helping mankind.
So you're an actual Godzilla expert because I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they even did it recently on Netflix with the Godzilla animation, and there was a whole they did 3 movies. The third movie was that they're like they're bringing in Rodan, the 3-headed thing, and they're like, yeah, we've been working the entire time to bring this thing in so he can destroy mankind. And we're like, well, you've been helping us to kill Godzilla. Yeah, so we can bring in Rodan. We wanted. So are you
mankind. Saying that's good or bad?
No, there's a nostalgia feel to that for those who know the cheesiness of that.
That's the cheesy.
So, I remember that cheesiness because it's pretty bad.
This doesn't play cheesy. This plays so serious.
Yeah, no, they did it serious on that too.
Yeah, no,
there's no cheese factor in this at all.
Stop Mothra from killing people.
And there's so many looks at Godzilla, and he's so it's just
the
whole. I just have this still big problem of the reason it sucks. They're putting so much money. There's so many effects. There's so much going on. But the reality is I can't think of one exciting sequence. There wasn't one. I mean, maybe when Rodan is following the plane the first time, it was the one time where you're like, okay, well, they're both flying, and maybe this would make sense. Was there any sequence you liked?
Well, let's clarify the names first before we go on.
Ghidorah's the 3-headed one.
3-headed. Rodan is the pterodactyl.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Mothra's the moth.
Yeah. That's
so
weird.
You said there was 16?
Yeah, there's
17.
17, but we see
5 to 6.
Mainly 4 of them.
Yeah, they keep alluding to Kong, but they never show Kong, which is really just a tease.
This bullshit of they're gonna.
So they only focus on the main 4 that everybody always
and
knows.
Ghidorah is
except
Ghidorah?
for the flying.
Ghidorah's the 3-headed one.
Ghidorah is the main villain.
Yeah.
Ghidorah is an alien that comes out from anywhere.
Ghidorah's
and
like
is
the
not
dick of
part
all
of.
of them.
He's not part of the Titans story. He's an alien who's just come to just f shit up.
Yeah, because that fucking makes a difference to me.
Did they at least do Mecha Godzilla?
No,
but again, spoiler alert: the after credit scene. Spoiler alert.
There was one?
There's an after credit scene where the old Lannister guy gets the head of Ghidorah. This will come in useful. So that made me wonder: are they going to make a Mecha Ghidorah? I don't know what's going on. But the point of the matter is, Mecha Godzilla. I don't know if this world can do it. It's not like this is Fast and the Furious where it's getting crazier and crazier to go to space and it makes it fun. This is just too serious. And the bigger problem is there were so many friggin' characters.
Yeah, we don't have anyone like The Rock to give a fuck about.
No,
that's
and then there's the guy from The West Wing who's there I'm the wacky computer sidekick guy. And then they had the guy the guy from Silicon Valley who's just I'm the annoying IT guy. And then you have the cool what's his name, Ice Cube's son, who was cool and
4 lines.
Yeah, he has no lines, and then he's saving some Spanish kids who are on the plane, and then there's no point to it.
I love all those scenes where they're helping people get around the corners. Motherfucker, that is not gonna help.
No, and
just let him get killed now. It's gonna be much quicker.
Right, and if they did a movie where they just literally we're following some characters, they die. We follow the next characters, they die. I would have been much more interested in that.
Yeah, fucking bloodshed everywhere.
It sounds like they were trying to do a combination of the 1990s Godzilla, the 99.
The
Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick one.
Matthew Broderick.
No,
one.
Matthew Broderick one is Matthew Broderick was popcorn movie trying to be
but
copy of Jurassic
Park. They were trying to do serious mixed with Pacific Rim. And then where they were bringing in some of the character attributes of this, and they were trying to do some have Godzilla just chase everybody around, but it's not Godzilla, it's the other monsters.
You haven't talked about it, but did you find it serious? I mean, trying to be fun at all?
It was just. I'm gonna go back to 5 years to make this. Poor writing. I did not find it funny at all. I mean, like you said, those characters. I think, God, those characters are so bad. The writing was so horrible, man. There's one time that they're like, "Oh my God." Cut to another scene. Zilla! No, dude!
And he says it so stupidly, too.
Zilla, dude. Zilla. No, I think they try, like you said, they try to be a Pacific Rim, but to me, Pacific Rim had way more action battle.
Action battle and cheesiness. It's Pacific Rim is cheesy, but in the best way possible, where you want to just turn off your brain, eat popcorn, watch
see robots
shit hit each other. And they literally have moments where the Titans are going at, and then they cut to the helicopter. I don't give a shit what's happening in the helicopter. Why do you keep cutting to the car? What the hell? I'm here to watch these things fight, and you're cutting to the human beings running around?
I never got the little girl. So she had a spoiler alert, but they're drawing the Titans to Boston, and she's sitting at the top of the stadium waiting.
And
I'm gonna wait for them to come.
So the girl
and then they show up, and she's like, "Oh wait, I shouldn't have done." What was the point of any of it. It was so stupid.
I'm gonna go home.
So they have
I'm
a
gonna go home.
machine that
she
lures
activated
the
the machine
Titan.
and she lured
Yeah,
them.
she's not like some.
wait.
But she
She doesn't have any
waited.
powers.
They're like it's designed by whales to stop sharks from getting it because it's all supersonic.
Yeah, but there's
audio.
something that they're missing that they don't know. It could
Yeah,
like
which
actually
sound
cause it to
wave.
work.
It's whatever. Like I understand that's a Deus Ex Machina, whatever thing they're doing. Like it's that thing they're justifying it. That didn't even bother me.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that all the scientists. It's just too many scientists.
What about
and
her dad
it's
knew
so much
everything?
Drama. Well,
Yeah.
Kyle Chandler, I love him. He's such a great
He
actor,
is.
and he did his best. Like he tried damn hard in this movie to like show emotion and care. But man, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's
things
never
that I
a
could not care
description
about
I
him.
ever want to hear. Like he did his best.
Yeah.
He's
Oh no,
he's done that in so many movies.
so
He's done
good.
so many movies where you're
He's
like,
not-
yeah, I'm rooting for you.
He's
and
not
then-
doing well in English, but in math he's doing so good.
It was so irritating. And then they go to Godzilla's home world and the thing,
yeah.
which makes no freaking sense.
Wait,
So
Godzilla has a homeworld?
There's
Dude.
some part
Underwater
underneath,
sea.
underwater
600
in
miles
the crust
underwater.
of the world where there's like tunnels where that are big enough for him
Oh,
to just
because
City.
the
across
Hollow
the
Earth
world.
theory.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
the Hollow
Okay.
River theory. Which
Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
want to
that
explain that, Gil?
kind of like old school Godzilla. I
But it
remember
was
that
cool
like
as-
they had something
I-
like that at one time.
You
I
like
wanted-
that part?
I did. I wanted to know more about
Yeah.
it. I like it. Just like the people you saw them worshiping little
Yeah.
stones.
But
It's
dude,
like
no.
Kong Island but underwater.
Except
Yes.
Yes, but showing that like the Titans have been around forever and people were worshiping them and that the legacy
Yeah.
is true. And so they were world building for sure. This
And then
is
what do they
franchise
do?
building.
Okay.
What do? They world build and then they nuke the fucking thing to the ground.
Yes. What the hell is that about?
All of that in fucking history.
Is that like how they can bring in Kong because they
No,
Because
that's how
Godzilla's
they bring-
dying. They
yeah.
need to nuke him so he
Yeah.
gets his energy back. They
so
keep
God.
recharging Godzilla.
like
Yeah.
a fucking battery.
Ugh.
Oh, I don't have the correct plug. Let's just fucking drop a nuke on him. Why not?
I saw
can't
that,
kill
I
the
saw that scene,
monsters.
and then like in the trailer, you see the little girl looking, and then Godzilla's there or something like that in one of the cut scenes in
That's
the
the
trailer.
end.
And
That's
then
the end
like
of the
I
movie.
kept thinking of like old school Godzilla cheesiness, where like Godzilla lays out his hand and picks up the little
Yeah,
girl,
no.
and brings her over somewhere.
No.
None of that.
There's
It's
no
tur-
girl
well,
on
there's,
Godzilla action.
There's a scene where Ken Watanabe and Godzilla share a moment.
Oh, yeah. He
Because
touches
Ken
him.
Watanabe suicides himself to
of course.
recharge him, and there's a moment where he's like, "Oh, thank you." And
You'll
touches
feel
him.
so
Goodbye, old
soft.
friend.
Yeah, goodbye, friend. That's what it was. Goodbye,
And
friend.
he's like, who the
Touches
fuck
him.
are you?
And Godzilla's like,
Half slip.
he's just sitting there like, well, I guess I'll allow this. It's very confusing because
Yeah,
he is
like a
like
very
big,
angry cat.
He's like a big dog. He just like
Yeah.
knows
His
better.
face looks feline.
In essence, wouldn't that be like the first time they actually met? Like
Yeah, he's
close
like-
to close
No,
too.
of course,
I mean,
no,
he's
Godzilla
like-
remembers him.
No,
He's
Ken
like an
Watanabe's
elephant. They
like
never
a weird
forget.
fucking stalker. Like he doesn't. Godzilla doesn't know he's there, but he's been around there for a while. And one day,
I
Godzilla's
feel like
gonna
that's
fall
like
in
an
love.
ant like going to pet me, and I'm like, okay, and then and the ant's like.
Oh,
It's like I'm like
You're
this is
so
gonna
big
try
like
to
your
bite me.
father.
Like there was an ant moment where they're all in a submarine and he comes down to him like the ant. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'll let you guys slide.
Yeah,
Leave
I
it.
didn't get that scene at all. Like I thought, like maybe he understands. Like I seriously thought he recognizes game because that's the first time the father in the fucking submarine. So I'm thinking, oh maybe he's like, oh what's up, motherfucker? Oh no, okay, you good?
Game knows
None
game.
of that. Exactly.
No,
None of
now
that
it'd be
shit.
more fun. I kind of wish they'd gone
Yeah.
cheesiness and he did lift them up and they
Yeah.
started going there because
It's like he lifts him up and he just punches fucking Godzilla in the face and he's like, what? No one's done that to me. Cool.
See, no, I would have liked that because, like, when they
Yeah.
ended the first Godzilla, the ending of the first Godzilla honestly was cheesy. We're like, Godzilla's a hero, and he's like walking
Walks
away
back.
and then waves a little bit.
There's a parade for him.
I'm like, yeah, that was cheesy. I'm like, when I saw
they've
this
already
coming
forgotten. They all want to kill him
Yeah.
again. They're like, he's been
See,
gone. It starts with
I
like
am
that-
actually disappointed now because this would have been so much better if they embraced a little bit more cheesiness.
No, they treat it like that was their 9/11, and
Yeah.
we've been
Oh,
trying
God.
to rebuild since, and it's just like just very heavy, serious bullshit. Where
Do
it's
you
like it's a
remember
freaking monster, crazy
Yeah.
huge monster movie.
I mean, serious could be good. I mean, Pacific Rim was serious. I've seen movies that were called like was it Monsters, Host? They're serious movies and great movies. But if they're not actually doing it right, and
Yeah.
from what you're describing, it's not.
It's what
Well,
it's
They
not
made
the
it more
writing.
about humans than Godzilla. That's what I
Yeah,
feel like.
and you know, like if you're gonna focus on the humans, you really want to focus on the humans. But
called
if you're gonna
humans.
argue about Godzilla and like talk about
Godzilla's
Godzilla coming
owners.
in and having ownership on this, most Godzilla films are about the humans.
Yeah.
They really are. But you gotta sell that.
But do we like the humans?
well, the movie should have been
Yeah.
Godzilla Saves the Humans. Is really what
Yeah.
it was. It wasn't King of the Monsters. I mean, they
Well,
do
he
make
did
him King
save
of
the humans
Monsters,
in the
but
first one. But
yeah, well,
like,
I want
in-
to talk
in
about
this
that.
one-
Did you guys like the first one? Because I went on record on that first episode of Will It Suck, and I said it was fun. and I liked Bryan Cranston, and I liked the Juliette Binoche opening. It was kind of dramatic, and they did focus on the people. At the same time, I was frustrated. I was faking a little bit for the show, but I was frustrated because I didn't like the whole following Godzilla. It was his Aaron Taylor Johnson, Quicksilver. He was constantly trying to he's literally everywhere Godzilla is, walking by, saving him. That was kind of annoying, but it at least gave it a reason to watch him. But in this movie, it didn't work again the same way. He was a soldier going after it, following him. It made a little bit more sense. And now, to me, it wasn't even just the problem with the movie. It's the problem with just movies where it's it's just so generically fast-paced action. No one cares what the points are. They're just trying to write in quick stakes and justifications. And we got some good actors in. Let's give them some character arcs. Everything will work out in the end. Don't worry about it. And I was fed up. I'm like, no, this isn't. You went too serious and didn't make it fun enough. And I couldn't turn my brain off to just enjoy it. I just started getting distracted by it. I mean, did you guys relate to that at all in the same way?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. To me, it's so corny. They didn't let it. They're like, we're gonna wow everybody with a bunch of CGI. Just CGI. Screw the story. CGI. We're all gonna be following. And it was, but you still didn't give me enough of the battle. Mainly he was a cloud coming in. I never really got to see him.
The fucking Galactic is bullshit.
Yeah.
So the other pet peeve I have, and correct me if this happens. Sorry, I want to talk, but
no, go ahead.
Tell me in the other Godzillas because it's like there's not. It didn't feel like anyone really took the time to choreograph the monster fights cleverly. They're just literally stomping around, strangling each other, maybe slightly biting, and there's just nothing. And it really felt like they're just in the big rubber suits. Where it's like, if we're gonna update it and do the effects and do all this crazy stuff, give me a sequence where Godzilla falls down through something and then and bites him wrong and then he pulls him down. I want to see a clever action sequence where
these to look like it's
because I hate to even say it, but Transformers. As stupid as it is, I remember in part 3, there's a couple really cool sequences in the buildings. Part 3 was when I felt like Transformers 2 is just Coke dream nightmare. You have no idea what's happening. Yeah. And then clearly someone told him to slow down and he got the IMAX cameras. And then Michael Bay did a few sequences in 3 that are pretty badass if you can get through the rest of the garbage of the movie. But where they're sliding through buildings and just from an action standpoint, cool sequences, and there wasn't one in this movie. Even Pacific Rim when he grabs a submarine, and there's just nothing in there in these movies. And did any? I mean, none of the classic movies do that either because they're all in silly suits usually anyway, right?
I fucking prefer that. Honestly.
No, that's right.
Right.
The old, I remember you can find it anywhere. Find a Godzilla fight scene from the classic ones, and it's usually the slapping and then occasionally wrestling.
Power Ranger style. Yeah.
You watch the Godzilla versus King Kong. Granted, that was a horror show as a meaning of King Kong looked bad. But it's basically a guy in a rubber suit and
a guy in a gorilla suit.
And rubber gorilla. And
that's my kink.
They'll show you the face. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
the fact of it is they're just slapping.
And the
only thing that he's doing against Godzilla is he steps on top of him and pounds him like this. And then somehow he gets lightning powers because he gets struck by lightning in a storm. And he starts choking Godzilla. You see these little sparks coming out of his hands. That's the only thing he has.
There's a little bit of choking scene, and then there's a light. Who gets Ghidorah, what's his name? The three-headed dragon. Ghidorah gets the eats electric wire or electric tower, and then becomes Charizard and electrocutes everybody.
Anaconda, he wraps the heads around him.
Yeah. They try a couple times, but nothing.
If memory serves correct, Ghidorah is supposed to be very energy based, his character.
He does regenerate his heads, which was kind of a cool scene.
He's like a Hydra.
Look very
bad at CGI.
God, CGI, come on, guys.
What about
it
Mothra?
Looked cool in the when they do the cloudy shots of him coming out. That did look good. There were some cool visuals. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Technically, it does do some shit, but it's just a mess. It felt like a Transformer movie.
The little moth.
Mothra is a good guy.
Yeah, he's always been a good guy.
Well, it's his wife.
His wife, queen of the monsters.
Yeah, and then and then eventually Mothra has 2 babies.
Wait,
but
she's the queen.
She's the queen of the monsters. Yeah.
So
they said
her
that in the movie.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they hook up?
Alpha
no, they don't
style.
hook up.
They didn't hook up.
Alpha style.
It's just
so it's a status thing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I really.
She's like the
wanted
she's
to
like
see
the
that
queen
so
of the
badly.
north right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait. They're still fucking.
No, they're not.
More like rubbing. It's like rubbing. Oh, she's just
rubbing. Okay, we're getting. This is way too gross.
This is gonna be. This is
way
my
too
after
gross.
party.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a
This
moth.
is gonna be my after hours.
I was gonna say,
doors.
does it suck? I got to just to confirm this up. tell us in the comments below what you thought, because obviously we're biased here because we all thought I didn't bring anyone to defend it, and you didn't even see it.
I didn't see it. I was the closest thing. I'm like to a defense, but I honestly, it doesn't sound appetizing in any capacity. Like
just when they start fighting, they cut.
They literally do it like 3-4 times.
Like, see, that would piss me off.
They do like the cut. Wait. Let's do it. Right, fight to it. Right, let's. How are we gonna get out of here, Gil?
Seriously.
I don't know. All right, let's do it. Then we'll go over there. Ah!
Hold on. Does he have the machine or do we?
Oh my god.
It's the most advanced technology we have.
That's the freaking movie. I mean, you can't do that to an audience. You can't have the fight about to happen and cut away to the stupid humans debating what to do. And there's a moment where like the West Wing. What's his name for the guy from West Wing from Us? He's sitting there and they're about the big showdown. They come together and it's like, man, Godzilla's really getting it to it. Like they did one of those moments because it was just they out of money. I don't know why they got so.
We can't show this.
Oh man, Godzilla's really giving it to him.
Fuck it.
Spent so much
If you
money
could
on
see this, you'd be amazed.
These monsters. There's so much money right now.
I don't even think he used his tail. Like he didn't ever hit anybody with his tail.
He doesn't.
Nothing.
Didn't even do that whole thing where he like paraglides on his tail across the field.
No.
That's like classic Godzilla.
I think there was one tail. It was very bad before. There was one
He
tail
never
moment.
no,
you're right. It was like a.
He hits you, swings, it hits you
It's
hard.
bad.
Like that, dude.
I was-
It was
See,
bad.
what's
It's all
funny,
like fire breathing stuff.
You probably should watch the Godzilla on Netflix and then
the
the
anime.
animation. And honestly, he doesn't do much but walk around and shoot
Stomp
fire
things.
breaths for most part. And you're probably going to be like, from what you're describing, I'm probably going to say that was better. He doesn't even fight other monsters.
That's the problem.
Except
Because
for
this
the
character.
third movie. Took 3 movies for another monster to introduce itself.
It's true because I guess I'm not a fan of the franchise Godzilla. It's weird. The original Godzilla that came out, not the original. I mean, the '90s Godzilla when it came out when I was a kid. I was a stupid kid and I enjoyed it from the sake of like, oh, I love Jurassic Park. Oh, this was fun because it played to me, a stupid teenager to eat popcorn.
And it was Matthew Broderick.
And it was,
like,
the beginning of those
Bueller.
big budget things that were getting worse, crazier and crazier. And now we have them like crazy. But I don't know. The Godzilla as a creature is kind of a weird, boring character if you really think about it. He's just a big stomping lizard that is too big for the world he's fighting. What's the threat? So you bring another monster in, which should be the threat, and then it's constantly like.
I mean, honestly, this is what I've been waiting for.
I wish Godzilla did that. To see him like a little more fierce. Like he did rip the head off, but to see him fight more.
He
It's
did
just
that
too
he did it in
chunky.
the first one
Yeah,
before
he's like-
this.
He's very chunky.
Yeah, you can't do agile shit when your arms are fucking like.
He had little
It doesn't
meaty
work.
arms, dude. Little thick things.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you can
like
barely grab it. Just out of
no,
reach.
It's like,
can't-
you want him just to be there, like like boxing, like rope-a-doping, like he's coming in.
So
like,
It's weird. He is like Rocky in the movie because he keeps falling down. And like, you can do it, Rock. Come on, guys. Come on, Zilla. You can do it. It's very weird.
Yeah, it was bad. God, it was bad.
it's like, I feel like knowing how bad it is from what you guys were saying,
You kind of want to see it.
I want to see
I mean,
it.
that's
but
a
just
lot
like,
of fucking
I
Godzilla
could be
movies
there
right
with
there.
a drink and maybe with some friends, and I could just shit
Exactly.
on it as I'm watching it.
I think
like,
exactly what everyone
would it be
does.
better as a film that you could just shit on as you watch?
I mean, that's everything for me.
It's true. It's not like boring. It's
No.
not boring. It's just stupid, and not in a fun way. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like
guess
Andy.
no. I did get bored. There were a few times I'm just like, the action. It's very Transformers-like action. So if you like that type of action,
Yeah.
go for it. If you like chaotic, crazy, just nonsense, and
Michael
then
Bay.
a bunch of characters, human characters you don't give a shit about, then yeah, it's fine. But at the same time, like I didn't like fall asleep. I didn't leave. So I guess that's my positive review. Did you
Could've been
fall
30
asleep
minutes.
or want to leave?
I give this movie 2 no falling asleeps.
2 no falling asleeps. Zaid, what do you get? How many no falling asleeps?
At least 7. But I wish they would. We could have done without 30 minutes of it. I mean,
Yeah,
you
and
killed 30 minutes of it.
I leave this with like I would have been fine missing this one.
Yeah.
That's why I have to
I'm
give it a
gonna wait
negative. Sec.
until,
Like,
like,
I
we
didn't
see
I didn't
internet.
need to see it.
It's on Netflix.
If I could have saved the 2.5 hours of my life, I would have taken them back. Would you still have taken the 2 hours of your life away?
No, because I was with you, and whenever I'm with you, that is all I want to do.
Take 2 hours of your life away?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And
there you
it-
have it. What did you guys think? Obviously, we didn't like it. Adan, are you gonna go see it?
I'll wait until it hits the internet.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
Netflix.
I'm not
Legally,
gonna.
of
I'm not
course.
legally, of
Yeah.
course.
Legally,
Netflix, of course. Not my account.
Tell us what you think in the comments below. What you thought. Did it suck? Tell us what you thought. What you did like about it. Are you excited for Kong versus Zilla? Tell us down below. And thanks as always for watching. This was this off the cuff Nerd War. We'll be doing a lot more of these throughout the time. So subscribe and hit that bell and check out this playlist of other. I don't know which side it's gonna be on. Right here, probably. Yeah. This playlist of other Nerd Wars. Woo! And yes, time waiting for the 20 seconds because they can only stay up for 20 seconds. Bye!